Hello, all you hardcores out there. How you doing? Russ here from Porky's Corner, the biggest gob in sport. We say the things on here that nobody dare say. Ha ha ha! Ain't that right, ginger balls? Hey, you can't beat a bit of bully. When you sign to bully, you've got to get a tattoo on your arm. On that one. Right. What is it with me at the moment? I'm on fire. People wanting to come on and do Zooms in me left, right, and centre. 7 days left to win that 100 quid. They're queuing up to get on here. Right. Let's let rip. We'll do a quick 8 minute one before I hit the town. Right, here we go. Christmas Eve. Right. I've just sat and watched a Bricktop interview with Umar, IFL Umar. And Bricktop has now decided that Billy Liar didn't win the Usyk fight by 3 rounds. No, he won it by 2 rounds. But Umar, the fence sitter himself, decided to ask Bricktop if he could see it as a draw. And he said, yeah, I could see it as a draw. So that was your cue, wasn't it, Umar, to dive in and say, I see a draw. And really, Umar, you know your boxing. You had it to Usyk. You know what I mean? But it's not that long ago, Umar. You were running round calling Tyson Fury a pikey and all sorts, weren't you? Do you remember? Now look at you, hanging out the back of them. Eh? And this is what it is in boxing, you see. People are your friend on a Monday, they can't stand you on a Tuesday, and they're your mate on a Wednesday. I mean, look at White Rhino now. He's knocking Eddie Hills off, innit? Well, then when Eddie dumps him, he'll go back to Big Ron and give him a blowjob. That's the nature of the beast. None of these are going to go get a proper job, are they, like the rest of us? Pop, pop, bang. So, the Bricktop interview with Umar. Right. All it were a PR exercise, in my opinion, for Bricktop to have a dig at Oliver Brown for his interview about Fury in the Independent and to go on about Fury with his bipolar. Listen, Fury's only got bipolar and mental health problems when it suits him, when they need to play that card. Because what I've noticed with society at the moment, once you start playing that mental health card, what can you say? Nobody dare say no in case you top yourself. That's the bottom line. If people don't like what I'm saying, don't listen, don't tune in. That's just how I feel about it. I've got my own family and people I know close to me that play that card. I said, what are you playing that card for? Well, I'll get me on way, won't I? It's a society problem now. It's woke. It's utter BS. Well, what I've just seen there from Bricktop is absolutely embarrassing. A total mess, innit? Why can't I just accept it? Usyk's knacked him twice, and he's knacked Dubois, and he's still crying over it. Look, if your guy gets beat, he gets beat. Do you know what I mean? He's done Joe Joyce, Chisora, Joshua twice, Bellew, Dubois, Fury twice. He'll do Dubois again. But what I didn't like, Bricktop, is how you came out and said, and I quote, Daniel Dubois should be concentrating on the Joseph Parker fight. Well, why did you have him go in ring ahead when Usyk were in the middle of his speech? Disrespectful. It was just like Joshua when he grabbed Mike and fruit belts and all that in a tantrum. Look, if you can't beat somebody, you can't beat somebody. You hold your hand up, don't you? I'm going to give you a few quotes here, just to put people in the know. Usyk's had 23 fights as a professional. He's beat 10 world champions and took 5 top guys' undefeated records in 23 fights. Joe Calzaghe beat 10 in 46 fights. Double the amount of fights. Fury and Anthony Joshua have had 69 fights. And they've got 10 wins over world champions. Joshua's now got 6 because Pulev's a world champion now, isn't he? Fury's got 4. Steve Cunningham Vladimir, and twice Wilder. That's it. That's in 69 fights. In a third of them fights, Usyk's beat the same amount of world champions. What does that tell you? That our guys are too busy wanting to fight knockovers. Absolute knockovers. Broch beat 11, didn't he, in 35 fights? Lennox Lewis, what did he have? 40 odd fights. He got 14 on his record. Listen, this era of heavyweights, especially the Joshuas and your Furies, they're not fighting anybody. They're fighting your Chisoras and your Dylan Whites, Otto Wallins and Ngano's. And come on, get with program. People need to wake up and smell the coffee. Do you know what I mean? It is what it is. Hope you're having a good Christmas, Steffi Bull. The ginger version of Purple Aki. Pop, pop, man. We're not going to forget about you. The purple one's waiting for you in February. You will see. So it is what it is. So Bricktop. The title of this video is Bricktop, Stop Being a Crybaby. Absolute crybaby. I remember when Fury couldn't stand sight of your Bricktop when he was Mick Hennessy. Now he's got his arm around you at shows. Do me a favour. Well, like I said, all I want to know is why did Big John Coffey get in ring in middle of Usyk's moment? Why couldn't he just let Usyk have his flowers? You know, Usyk, he must just think that all British fighters are dicks. Absolute dicks. Food and drink to him, innit? I think there's only Bellew that's let him have his moment. And then Bellew tried to spoil his moment when he'd done Chisora, didn't he? Usyk. Him and Bombay Dave, didn't they, try to spoil it for him? Like I said, Usyk must just look at us all and think, Jesus. I mean, we all remember when Big Meech got knocked by him, don't we, throwing belts around and all that. It's just embarrassing, but it is what it is, isn't it? But I don't want to hear about mental health and bipolar and all that nonsense, Bricktop. What is it, a PR thing? Why don't Fury sue Independent then and Oliver Brown? Get them sued. Because all they'd have to do is go on IFL and go to these press conferences that are on YouTube over years and just look at how filthy mouthed he is. And if that ain't thug behaviour, I don't know what is. I'm only pointing it out. No doubt Fury's got hundreds of millions in bank. Why don't you sue him? Hey, get him sued. Or why don't you come out, Bricktop, or Umar, ask Bricktop, why Big John Fury were banned from Saudi? Nobody wants to talk about that, do they? Hey, I want to give a big shout out to Carl Frampton for coming on TalkSport and keeping it real, though. Basically, just saying, why is Fury 20 stone with a flabby back? Embarrassing. Duke McKenzie kept it real. Hatman and Brian, the one true Geordie guy, is it? The Pain Game. Them guys kept it real. Not as real as the Gad and Elmer Fudd's dad. Old Johnny Bosch Senior. Listen. All they're doing is selling the rematch. I mean, we've got a journalist here, Gareth A. Davis, and a boxer's fat dad, right? Going at it in a viral video on a mainstream media outlet called TalkSport. How is that even news? How's that news? Could you imagine Pat Sheenan going at it with Joe Bugner's dad or Frank Bruno's uncle or something back in the day? What is all that about, eh? What is all that about? Gareth A. Davis talking about what happened with his fallout with Johnny Fisher's dad because he gave an opinion. I actually backed the Gad on this one, but Johnny Fisher's dad knows naught about boxing. The scores he gave there were a draw. So I don't know how he won. I think what he means is, or what I mean, 4 rounds each, 2 share rounds, but Dave Allen had a 10-8 round. So that for me is a Dave Allen victory. So Dave Allen needs to throw his dummy out at Pram and scream for a rematch. But they're not going to do that, are they? They're going to let Dave Allen get old for another couple of years. It'll all be forgotten about. He'll get parked up. He'll be given a few crumbs to keep him happy. He'll get parked up, and then they'll get him down line when Elmer Fudd's a bit better. But it is what it is. He needs to be screaming for that rematch now and demanding it. Not noshing Eddie Hills off. Demand the fight. Stop tiptoeing around the issue. You know what I mean? Anyway, it is what it is. Go on. Peace out. Thanks for liking and subscribing. leaving a comment. Keep the emails coming. If you email me and you want to do a Zoom, send me your WhatsApp number. I will phone you on WhatsApp video on my spare phone. And we'll see if you're up to it. All right, keep them coming in. There's loads wanting to come on, but I'm very selective. A lot of plant pots ringing up as well because they all want to win that 100 quid, don't they? Go on, pot band. Peace out.